I'm Sue Ranson, and I'm the Vice Chair of Labs. As we always do at this time of year, we're thinking about some of the members who've passed away since our last convention weekend. And this year, in our unconventional convention year, it's my privilege to bring you the tributes and memories that have been passed to us. While this is, of course, a sad time, it's also a time to celebrate the lives of these women who've played such an important part in our association, and to remember the fun and music they've shared over the years. So let us remember our absent friends. The first person we'll think about is Mabel Thomas. I'm afraid I'm not going to attempt to read the tribute in Welsh, but here is the tribute from Mountain Harmony. At Harrogate in 1982, Classic Collection were on stage, and Mabel Thomas said, "Wow!" She was hooked, and her new passion was barbershop. She hot-footed it at Llandudno and joined the chorus, where she sang Barry and perfected the Barry shoulder. She went on to MD Llandudno Ladies before her move to Mountain Harmony, where she also stood in as MD for a while, bridging the gap between permanent MDs. Not content with this, she also sang with Coast to Coast. She loved singing with Mountain Harmony, and together with music and glamour, what more could you ask for? In 2016, Mabel was presented with her 30 Years Long Service Award for singing in harmony. 30 years of fun, friendship, and commitment. Failing health forced Mabel to retire from singing, but she kept in touch with everybody and enjoyed her occasional visits to rehearsals, always ready to hold the hand of any member of Mountain Harmony. She had the grace to listen to what they had to say with words of wisdom and humour. Sadly, the singing stopped, and Mabel passed away at home with Leighton by her side in October 2020. But the memories and the sparkle live on. Goodbye, our dear friend. Rest in peace. And now we remember Bet Fitzgerald of Mersey Sound. Bet Fitzgerald sang a vibrant bass with Liverpool Ladies Barbershop Chorus for many years. She won 3 gold, a silver and 2 bronze medals, as well as stage presence trophies with her chorus. As a quartetter, Belle achieved a silver medal with Pastiche in 1984 and a silver plus a stage presence trophy in 1985 with City Limits. Then, in 1987, Impromptu gained a silver medal and a stage presence trophy. She will be missed by her friends at Mersey Sound. What a successful competitor Bet was. And now we come to another very smiley person, Olive Burrows-Patrick, who was known as Ollie to the people at Arran a Cappella. They were very sorry to hear of the passing of Olive Burrows-Patrick, known as Ollie, in November 2020. She was a keen barbershopper for many years before ill health meant she could no longer continue. Over the years, she was a member of the All Tones, Tameside Chorus, the Arran Sounds, and others. She also competed in several successful quartets. During her time with the Arran Sounds, Ollie was a valued member of the bass section and a dedicated committee member, and they're always useful. She was a great performer and loved to share in conventions and other barbershop events, singing whenever the opportunity arose. Gem Connection have sent a tribute to one of their members. Brenda Southgate signed up and registered for Gem Connection's first Love to Sing course back in 2010 and was smitten from the word go. After completing the course, she successfully auditioned and became a loyal and dedicated member of the baritone section. She always had a smile on her face and gave a warm welcome to everyone she met, and offered words of encouragement to any prospective new member of the chorus. Brenda's husband Tony became a groupie and supported them on their travels. He acted as stage manager for many of their shows and was always around to help serve refreshments at functions and events. The Gems say that Brenda was truly a gem of gems. They will miss her smiles and friendship by her being taken from them all too soon. How lovely it is when partners and spouses can share our events and friendships like Tony. Now we come to another proud Welsh woman. Brenda Roberts was very proud of her heritage, especially when Bristol Fashion competed at the Llangollen International Eisteddfod. She was able to point out the first house she'd lived in after she was married from the coach window. Brenda's coach travel seemed to have been legendary. Her contribution to the journey was her version of bingo, with prizes for all. It sometimes included dropping the numbers before she'd called them, as well as a bizarre arrange of bingo calls. One little duck and a fat lady. I suppose that's 28, of course. It didn't matter because by the time she'd really got into her stride, you couldn't see your bingo card for laughing. She had a beautiful lead voice and a smiley face to match, and was always ready for a cup of tea. She made amazing contributions to the social life of the chorus with her professional baking and her beautiful needlework, which always formed a star attraction at Christmas craft sales. She was a life member of Bristol Fashion and a founding member of 9 to 5. Although she struggled with illness for many years, she was always determined to do as much as she could. As one of her friends said, she will always be part of our singing history, the fun and companionship we all shared. Our next celebration is of the life of June Johnson of Pennine Chimes. I'm afraid I never met June, but judging by her lovely smiles in the pictures and her nickname, One Gin June, I'm sure we can all see why she's remembered so fondly by her barbershop family at Pennine Chimes. Although sadly I never met June, the next tribute is for a friend from my own chorus. It was with great sadness that Cheshire Chord Company lost our much-loved friend and chorus member Anne Chandler. Anne was vivacious, the life and soul of Cheshire Chord Company, joining us in November 2001. A huge personality in our fabulous bass section, usually found on the middle of the back row of the risers. She had an amazing voice, and her present and down-to-earth ways have left a huge hole. Anne never missed a Labs convention and was known to many in Labs, having represented the chorus at council meetings for some years. Anne is much loved and is missed by all her chorus friends. Norwich Harmony are enormously sad to have lost Pam Weeds this summer. She joined Norwich Harmony in 2013, having been recently widowed, and always said that chorus saved her after her loss. She became an exceptionally valued member of the chorus, meeting and looking after new members, working on choreo, on the dress committee, and organising a range of social events for the chorus's 40th anniversary celebrations. In recognition of her hard work, she was adopted onto the committee as a revered other. Here are some of the thoughts from chorus members. Pam may have been slight in stature, but she was large in presence. She didn't just sit on the edges, she got involved with the organisation and volunteered for things when they needed doing. As head of the dress committee, she loved the challenge of getting us all looking amazing in our chorus outfits. She was always clear-thinking and practical, with a good eye for style, and the red jackets she so painstakingly sourced for us were much envied at Harmony College. She seemed to have boundless energy, and her commitment to the chorus was impressive. She did so much we couldn't list it all. In her quiet way, she was a huge asset to Norwich Harmony. She was also a huge supporter of the East Anglian Children's Hospice charity and organised several fundraisers. Pam had a lovely smile that lit up the Zoom room. She was a dear, beautiful friend. What a wonderful lady. Pam certainly sounds like she was full of energy and hard-working. The next person we're going to think about is someone who was a prominent member of the association for a long time. Penny Chisholm was Labs PRO for 8 years from 1989 to 1997. I'm sure many of you will have memories of her dashing round at convention weekends, in particular taking photographs of choruses and quartets and producing the weekend's daily newsletters, now known as the Convention Express, and for driving around the country visiting clubs. She will also be remembered for her untiring enthusiasm in trying to get Labs out there to the media, not always an easy task, and for her attendance at council meetings and her work in forging links to the USA barbershop world, in particular with the World Harmony Corporation and the Gas House Gang. Penny was also responsible for editing our quarterly newsletter, which was then called Sing Out, and she won a competition to rename it in 1999, and VoiceBox was born. Apart from her work on the then Executive Committee, now the Board, of course, Penny was also in 3 choruses during her long history with Labs: Merrow Chimes, Shades of Harmony, who later joined with Harbour Lights to form the present chorus Cascade, and finally Guildford Harmony. She was always a committed and hard-working member and enormous fun to be round. Although Penny had not sung for some years because of her bad health, she'll be remembered by many for the enthusiasm and joie de vivre that she brought to everything. I'm sure you want to join me in sending love and best wishes to her son Alastair, her daughter Judith, and her many friends. Rhapsody Chorus have sent a tribute to Sharon Rutherford, their assistant MD. Rhapsody's wonderful and inspiring assistant MD passed away peacefully at home in July. An accomplished musician from her school days, Sharon discovered barbershop on first joining Peterborough's classic harmony chorus. This led to a decades-long passion for the craft and lifelong friendships. She became a founder member of Rhapsody Chorus in 2008. She, along with other like-minded singers, were determined to form a committed and competitive quality chorus. She also loved quartet singing and formed Simply Four with other Rhapsody members. They competed, often with great success, in festivals and conventions both home and abroad. More recently, she sang in a mixed quartet and took on an additional assistant MD role at the mixed voice group Black Cat Harmony. With her amazing energy and drive, Sharon fitted singing round a busy life as a mother of two and working full-time an accountant, her husband Danny being a constant rock to enable family life to flourish. The pandemic simply brought out Sharon's unprecedented commitment to Rhapsody, keeping Rhapsody together on Zoom and initiating lockdown recording projects to keep up motivation. Last Christmas, Sharon spent an entire day visiting each member to deliver a festive song along with a surprise doorstep drop of bubbly and chocolates to enjoy at their Zoom Christmas party. Then, immediately after Christmas, came the devastating cancer diagnosis that so soon cut short her life after just 46 years. Rhapsody and the wider barbershop community will all miss the glorious quality of Sharon's voice, her talent as a musician, and her friendship. We now turn to barbershop royalty. Gladys Pye was known as the Queen of Spinnaker. The chorus are mourning her loss. She was a founder member and their greatest supporter. She was an original member of Pembroke Harmony Chorus that formed in 1970 and then became the first Sweet Adeline's chorus in the UK. She took to barbershop singing with great enthusiasm and loved to perform and entertain. Her debut performance was in 1973 at the Guildhall, Portsmouth. Gladys attended the first British Barbershop Association convention in Brighton in 1975 when Pembroke Harmony won first prize. She went on to perform and compete around the UK and in the USA. In 2004, Spinnaker Chorus was formed and Gladys was a founding member. She continued to sing and compete into her 80s before becoming an honorary member and chair of the Spinnaker Tea Company. Gladys was a free spirit who loved to party and was generous to her fault. Her jam-making skills were legendary and she always brought laughter and fun to any chorus get-together. Gladys rarely missed a Spinnaker rehearsal and joined the chorus on sing-outs and on trips to convention, bringing homemade Spinnaker banners, her enormous smile, and her amazing energy with her. She loved to dress up and wear tiaras and soon became known as the Queen of Spinnaker. She was a true one-off and will be much missed as a great friend with a heart of gold, a wicked sense of humour, and a personality that lit up every occasion. Here is a brief but heartfelt goodbye to another of our cherished members with a stunning smile, Jan Blackler. I know all your barbershop friends will be missing your singing and your friendship, Jan. Bristol Fashion said farewell to Yvonne Harrison this year. She was a shining light at the heart of Bristol Fashion Chorus, who died in October 2021. She bore a long illness with enormous bravery, grit and determination, and above all, humour. By volunteering for pioneering new treatments, she kept cancer firmly in its place for years beyond her initial prognosis. Her unswerving faith in God was central to everything she did, and she lived every moment of her life to its maximum capacity. She was much loved by all as a very musical riser buddy, a friend and a counsellor. She had a wonderful ability to know when someone needed a chat, a hug, or some simple wise advice. Her friends have many wonderful memories of Yvonne. A particularly special one must be of the day a large group of chorus members helped to move her and her husband Mike into their new home. At this time, Yvonne was not allowed to be less than 1 metre away from anyone, and that was even before anyone had heard of COVID-19. and she gallantly directed all proceedings whilst wielding a yardstick topped off with a yellow rubber glove. The Bristol fashion workforce was sustained with a treat of fish and chip lunch and, of course, plenty of singing. They also enjoyed barbecues and picnics in her wonderful garden, which was such happy times, full of laughter, conversation and music. Yvonne, your friends miss you so much, and chorus won't be the same without you. But rest assured that your legacy lives on, and they hope you can hear us in heaven. Rest in peace, beautiful Yvonne. What a wonderful tribute to Yvonne. And Yvonne was the last of the absent friends for whom we have tributes this year. What a wonderful array of memories and range of achievements made by some of the women who've been part of our association. Thank you to everyone who sent their pictures and their memories, and we're all fortunate to be able to share our music with such a great bunch of people. I'm sure we'll all cherish the memories of the fun and fellowship we shared with these women. Thank you.